Hi, welcome to How to Repair. In this video I'm actually going to be doing a review on a British made machine. It's been nearly 20 years since Britain has manufactured washing machines on British soil, and there's many reasons why I'm actually doing a review on this machine. The first is it's actually British made, and I'm all for manufacturing machines in the United Kingdom, not only because it's British, because of the ecological impact that our industry is having. So many machines are built today with built-in obsolescence of 5 years. The way this is done is some manufacturers will produce washing machine drums which are no longer repairable. There's an article on the website that you can read, and not only my comments but people's comments who have bought manufactured machines for £400 or £500, and within 5 years the bearings have gone on the machine and they're unable to replace the bearings on the machine because they are now welding drums together, which means you cannot get access to the spider or the bearings to replace the bearings on the machine. Secondly, circuit boards are actually manufactured with the minimum tolerance level on the relays, so the relays on the circuit board become faulty. In the United Kingdom alone, we have roughly about 28 million households. We are a lucky country. Nearly every household owns a washing machine. With a built-in obsolescence of a washing machine only lasting 5 years, this means that we're purchasing somewhere in the region of 5 million machines a year, which come from abroad. Let me just explain. They normally come on shipping, and shipping containers hold approximately 100 machines. Well, if you consider 5 million machines being imported into the United Kingdom, that's 50,000 containers a year are brought into this country. Then, once the machine is scrapped, we somehow export all the steel back to China. It's madness. So, enough of my rant. Let me explain why I like this machine. Firstly, let me get out the way that 4 years ago I was contacted by this company, and their engineer asked me some questions about what I liked about certain machines, what I disliked about other machines, and I gave him my realistic answers. And even 4 years ago, one of the biggest problems was the bearings on the machines. They have actually listened to what I said. They've made a machine that is not only well made, in my opinion, it's actually got repairability built into it. Let me explain. When you do short runs on manufacturing and you produce a washing machine door for this model and a washing machine door for this model, the runs on the manufacturing are small, therefore the costs go higher. What eBac have done is they have produced a machine that has the same door on all 3 models. It has the same door seal on all 3 models. It has the same pump on all 3 models. The bearings, the spider, the drums are different because of the capacity size, but that is needed. The spider and bearings on these machines are rated for the higher capacity, so even if you buy the lower capacity, you're getting a stronger machine. They're also environmentally friendly and thinking forward, which means they have not only cold fill machines, they have hot and cold fill machines. Now, if you have solar energy like solar water, and you are actually raising the water temperature via the sun, you're going to burn less energy, which I'll go into later, heating the water. Even if you have a house with central heating in the winter, and the central heating is on, it means the water that's going into the machine, if you require a 90-degree wash, is already coming from your household's water supply. So the machine uses less energy. This means you're saving money per year. So I'm going to do this in 2 stages. First, I'm going to go through the pros and cons of what I like about the machine and what I don't like about the machine. There's certain things that they've done which are trivia, but I don't like. One is they haven't put an access point for the filter. You have to actually take the panel off to gain access to the filter. These sometimes can be slightly tricky. Next, I don't like that there's no marker on the knob. for visually impaired people, it would be useful if there was actually a marker. The lights actually do show you where the program is, but it would be useful to also have a marker on there. The screw sizes, I think, are slightly small, but they've manufactured it that way, and I don't think that will cause a problem with the machine. Now, the things I do like, the construction of the whole cabinet is pretty sturdy. The actual wash cycle is very aggressive on the hot washes, especially for someone in my type of industry or a car mechanic. You get a good aggressive wash. I'll also show you in a second the recirculation pump, which sprays water over the glass and designed to get the detergents on all the clothing and also keeping the door clear. Next thing, I like that you can start the machine and then actually, let me just shut these two doors. So we'll set this one to a quick wash, and we'll set this one to, matter of fact, I'll do that in a second. So let me just start this. The machine started, the door is shut and you can't get access. While the machine is on fill mode, you can pause the machine, and that never-ending sock that you leave in the basket, you can throw straight in the machine. Simple. Once the machine has got to the correct water level, then the machine goes on safety and you can't access the machine. This means children couldn't open the machine while the machine is full. You've also got a child lock built into the machine as well, which is useful if you have children. You also have a program on the machine which is Set My Wash. So you can actually set up a certain type of wash which you do on a regular basis. For example, I get dirty clothes, so I want a certain type of hot wash with a pre-wash, and I can program that all into my wash. You'll have to read the manual on how to do it, but that is a very, very useful program. So we'll set this machine now onto a hot wash, cottons. You're able to adjust the temperature to what you require, and you can go on this wash up to 60. On other wash you can go up to 90. You can set pre-washes, time delay, crease guard, which means you're able to leave the clothes floating in water till the end of the wash, I believe. Lots of great features on the program. And of course the beneficial energy saving while the wash is going on. So I'll just start this one. Again, got some old rags here. You've forgotten. Wait till it clicks. And you can put it in. Simple things make life so much easier. As you can hear, both machines have now filled. This one is on a quick wash and it's on energy saver, so it's got less water. This one, the machine is on a 90 degree at the moment and is basically filled to a different level because it wants to actually use a bit more water to actually get the aggressive wash on washing the clothes. At some point, once the temperature is reached, the recirculation pump will come on, which sprays water. You can see that above. I won't bore you with going through a whole wash, but the machines are very, very nice and quiet. They use induction motors. I'm a fan personally of the old-fashioned type carbon brush motor, but that's because I'm old and have been working on them for many years, and if there was ever a problem with the motor, it was just change the carbon brushes. Manufacturers are having to use induction motors nowadays because of the cost of copper. An actual induction motor has a lot less copper in it than a traditional brush motor. It's quieter as well, an induction motor, but the old carbon brush motors have been about for 40-50 years and they were a very good, reliable motor. We have to wait and see with the induction motors. Normally you don't get a problem with the motor. If there's ever a voltage problem in the house, it's normally down to the circuit board that becomes faulty. Hopefully the cost of the circuit boards will be kept at an affordable rate if it ever does go wrong. I can't really make a comment on this because I would actually have to have 3 or 4 machines running for 3 or 4 years before I would be able to do a review. So I want to be fair to the company and also fair to the type of motor that they use. This is something which is a work in progress, as we say, and all manufacturers are using induction motors nowadays. So it is a very good machine from what I can see on the wash cycle. You must remember, I'm not the person in my household that actually does the washing on a regular basis. I just fix them. Taking a close-up look at the control panel, you have got some nice features on here, which I said, set my wash. You also have a drum cleaning process, which will really try to clean the outer part of the drum. It's a process which gets rid of all the bacteria and everything else. You'll need to read the instructions on exactly what to do with the drum cleaning. I always used to put the machine on at least once a month on a 90-degree wash with a good amount of detergent in, which would try and clean the drum, but now they've invented a drum cleaning process. Lots of features which I'm not going to go in and bore you with. You can watch the manufacturer's videos on these and they give you all the spiel. Next, we'll have a look at how quiet these machines are on spin. Remember, I have filled both machines with quite heavy loads. This is all towels and this is a mixture of other clothing. But I'll come back to that when it's on spin in a minute. So here we have the machine on the spin cycle. It's going to build up to a 1600 RPM spin. It's about 1000 at the moment, I'd estimate. It's nice and quiet. You don't hear the normal noise that you would off the motor, and also the towels are not causing, it went through a very nice balancing system to make sure the clothes were balanced before it cut into spin. And with towels, this is normally the biggest problem with household washing, is when you have imbalanced loads and then you get the machine shuddering and so on. But very impressed with how quiet it is. Next, we'll have a look at the inside of the machine and I'll show you the benefits of buying these machines and why I say they're repairable in the future. Very simple process to take apart. We'll take the whole control panel off, the kick strip off, and then I'll remove the whole front panel so you can have a look inside. Right, we've gone through the whole wash program. Let's take a look inside the machine. There's going to be no sound from me speaking, so I'm going to fast forward it while I take it apart. I've basically just grabbed a couple of tools, which is all I think I need. Flat blade screwdriver, pair of pliers, my drill with the screwdriver bit to speed things up, and we'll take it apart. And first things first, always make sure you unplug the appliance from the electricity supply before starting any work on the machine. And there we go. I've taken the concrete weight off so you can actually see in front of the machine. We have the sump hose here. This takes the water down to the pump. We have a pump housing with two motors. One is for the circulation, the other is for the actual emptying the machine. We have the motor back here and we have the circuit board over the back side over there. The circuit board's right back here. That can be accessed from the rear of the machine by taking the back panel off. Nice good access there. Also the motor can be undone by the actual back panel being taken off. The door seal, as I said, straightforward. But the most important thing, if we just have a look around here, you can see there are screws all round the drum. And as I said, this is one of the most important reasons I like this machine, apart from its functionality and everything else. This manufacturer has actually put screws in the drum so the front half of the drum can come off, and then you're able to access the bearing system to replace the bearings. It's simplicity, it's well made, and it's British. Thank you very much indeed for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You can find many other videos on this type of machine at the website, which I'll be uploading shortly, to show you how to service all the components, replace the bearings, replace the electronic circuit board, motor, door lock, etc. as the years go on. But thank you very much indeed for watching this video. If you did like the video, please remember you can support the website by clicking on the Buy Paula Beer page. Thanks for watching.